So in summary, I used Busu to learn Portuguese. I went to Brazil and met a ton of amazing people, and you just skip to the conclusion. Go back to the beginning. Oh yeah, step one was Busu. So in this video, I'm going to talk about Busu and what features does Busu have that are really helpful when learning a language and could help you learn a language as well. And we'll save stories and other tips and tricks for future videos. So if you're interested, stick around, subscribe, all that good stuff. But let's get back to Busu. So one great feature about Busu that I really love is the community aspect. So after learning something, you have a chance to get feedback from other people. And in addition to this being extremely helpful, it also gives you a sense of it being social, and it reminds you, oh yeah, there are other people on the other end of this language learning journey that one day I'll be able to speak to. And that's why I'm learning this language. So for me, that was really motivating. So what it looks like is first you'll learn some phrases and some words, and after there'll be an activity where you'll be prompted to answer a question, and you can write your answer or speak it. And depending on your level, they would start off something like introduce yourself or talk about a hobby that you like. And as you get more advanced, the questions start getting more interesting and more challenging, such as, what's the best trip you've ever taken and why? And it makes you think, what was the best trip I've ever taken? And then you have to think about it and respond in the language that you're trying to learn, which is really cool. And just a quick shout out to the Portuguese speaking community that helped me along my way. Valeu, galera! Vocês são ótimos! Muito obrigada mesmo. But by the way, I'm curious to know, have you heard of Busu before? Let me know in a comment below. So what are language learning lessons like in Busu? Well, number one, and really important, Busu teaches you phrases that are actually useful. And especially compared to some other language learning apps out there that teach you random, not so useful phrases, Duolingo. Excuse me. Busu teaches you phrases that you can actually use in real conversations with real people. So another cool aspect that Busu has that you might not think has to do with language itself, but has a lot to do with actually meeting your language goals, is that when you're learning a language, it's really important to feel like you're making progress towards your end target. So even if your goal is to become fluent, and if that's the case, you can continue learning things for as long as you like, in Busu, you can put in the level that you'd like to reach, and it'll calculate when you'll actually reach your goal. And of course, this date is a rough estimate, but for me, I remember seeing that date and thinking, wow, on this date, which is gonna arrive in the future, either way, I'm gonna speak Portuguese. If I stick with this. So for me, that was really motivating. It gave me something to look forward to and made it feel real. Another aspect about Busu that I really like is it has a ton of mini stories worked into the lessons themselves. So you get to see the language in context. So you might learn some phrases and some vocab, but then they put it together to show you what that might look like in a short conversation. Super cool new feature for 2021 is that on top of the regular community activities, now, at any time you want, you can also comment on a picture or a short video. So integrating current events into language learning, and depending on the language, some other options too, like the Discovery Channel. It's things like this that really make Busu the best language learning app there is. So another aspect of Busu that I consider a bonus feature is, in addition to the regular Learn a Language track, they also offer an option if you're looking to travel. So in just 10 short lessons, you're already setting yourself up for a way better experience than you otherwise would have had. And there's a lot I could say and some interesting stories about that, but just trust me, it makes a difference and it's beyond worth it. So what's missing in Busu? Just like any other language learning app that exists, no one app will meet all of your language learning needs at every stage of your journey. And similar to other apps, some of the questions in Busu are a little simplified. So I love that Busu has real phrases, but some of the associated questions are multiple choice or recognition. However, though, Usually they follow up with some questions that make you think a little bit more, that are fill in the blank. So actually it's not even that bad. By the way, just to mention, my main experience has been with the Romance languages on Busuu and in life. So in my case, Spanish, Portuguese, Italian, and French. So Busuu offers up to 12 languages, and at the time of this video, expanding to more in the future, but I can't speak to the details of what it's like to learn some of the other languages on Busuu. But you can always check it out for free and see what you think, and oh, let me know, because I want to know too. As with other negative things about Busuu, I mean, there are a couple of few little tiny things that I could nitpick about. Like this scrambled letter type question. Now Busuu, I love you, but can we just write the answer instead of having to scrabble it, please? But they don't really get in the way of learning a language, at least with the languages that I've tried to learn. But what about you? Have you used Busuu before? If not, would you? I'm curious to know. Leave a comment below. By now you might be wondering, is Busuu Premium worth it? So my favorite part of the app, where you get to interact with native speakers and get feedback, is not surprisingly a premium feature. But for me, just that feature alone is well worth the price, because in addition to getting feedback from native speakers, it also helps you feel social, motivated, and connected. So for me, it makes it worth it. So the feature where you make a personalized study plan that helps you reach your goals, that part is also premium. Which to me, I really liked and felt like it helped me out and kept me motivated. On top of that, the review sections for vocab and grammar are only available if you upgrade. So what do you get in Busuu for free? Actually, a lot. You get access to all 12 languages that it offers, more in the future, and a majority of the language learning material that it has. Not just 1 or 2 lessons like some other language apps that are paid, but no, most of it. And the mini stories, which I really like as well. So check it out totally for free. It's already way better of an app and way more effective at actually teaching you a language than some others. I know some people will only consider an app if it's completely free, which I understand, but I would rather invest a little bit in material that is way better and help me learn a language faster, instead of wasting time knowing that I could have otherwise already been speaking a language. But that's a call that you'll have to make, and the best part is, check it out for free. See how you like it, and go from there. So should you use Busuu? If you're looking to learn a language with an app or improve one that you already know, then yeah, I would highly recommend Busuu. Now, there are lots of ways to learn a language, and at least for me, and think does this describe you too, I didn't think I had time to learn a language, even though I really wanted to. So having a quality app that I could work into my day made it so it actually happened, and I enjoyed using it. But hold on, not all apps are created equally. You won't reach your language goal on any old app that doesn't actually teach you useful phrases. You know what I'm gonna say. For me, Busuu is a great combination of a quality app that made it so it actually happened. I enjoyed using it. I started interacting with native speakers, learned useful phrases, and led me to later on use and learn the language even further. So thank you, Busuu. Appreciate it. So I hope you found some of these ideas useful, but stick around. I'll be sharing a ton more tips that I've picked up over the years of learning different languages, teaching, and coaching. Oh, and feel free to subscribe and like and send to a friend that wants to learn a language, and you know, the YouTube stuff, because I'm all about trying to make language learning more fun and how to get out in the world and actually speak, because that's the point, right? So good luck, have fun, and catch you soon.